Flight of the Hawk, The Plains, a novel of the American West, Book 2, written by W. Michael Geer, presented by Wolfpack Publishing, narrated by Richard Lee Jones. Prologue. Of all the possessions a human being claims, ultimately only a person's life and the demons that lurk down in the dark clefts of the soul are truly and ultimately theirs. Land, title, property, physical possessions, all will eventually pass on to others, all transitory. For a time, all that had been left for the man called John Tylor had been the demons. And then he found the river and employment as an engage, a hired boatman on Manuelisa's 1812 expedition to the upper Missouri. For the first time since John Tylor's arrest, imprisonment, and escape, he had begun to once again cherish life. Back in Andrew Jackson's holding cell called the Hole, Tylor had been chained in squalor, half-starved and savage by rats. Death had been Tylor's elusive hope and earnest prayer, especially after word reached him that his wife, Hallie, had divorced him. Charged with treason for his complicity in the Burr conspiracy, Tylor had managed to escape, had barely managed to elude capture in his desperate flight to St. Louis, to the Missouri River, and finally beyond the upper Missouri frontier. After years of despair, self-imposed penance, and privation, he once again cherished life itself. As to the demons... Chapter 1. Under a star-shot sky, John Tylor slept in the folds of a woolen blanket. Night breezes danced out of the west, playing tenuously across the gently undulating grasslands. One moment they whispered through the blue stem, rustling the autumn dry leaves, bobbing the heads now shorn of seeds. The next they stilled, allowing the songs of crickets, night-birds, and the tremolo of distant buffalo wolves to be heard. In his blankets, sleep-lidded eyes flickering, Tylor's dreams were haunted. The demons stirred, creeping up from their dark recesses. In flashes, Aaron Burr tormented him with an excited grin, saying, "John, the Southwest is a fallow field. Ignored by Spain, it's a paradise that needs only a firm hand to flower, an unclaimed empire that only needs to be seized." Burr's grin died, shifted, the vice president's face thinned into Andrew Jackson's. The general's lips pulled thin, bitter with hate as though scorching eyes burned.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?